So, all good back sessions in the gym start with pull downs or pull ups. If you're that strong, you can do it on a proper fixed bar. I'm not, most people aren't, so I'm a bit limited on this machine. There's no seating, no bench, it's quite um, restrictive in its size. And yeah, I started with close grip pull downs, and now I'm just using the bar to stretch my back out a little bit, which is always a good move. In between anything really, when you're doing your back and your shoulders, it's always useful to stretch things a lot. There's a variety of little moves I know. That's quite a good one. You can see the stretch there on the back and the shoulders, arms. I'm supporting myself slightly with the feet as well, just so that it doesn't get too much pressure. Now I've changed the accessory, cable accessory holder, the handles. This is neutral grip V bar for neutral grip pull downs. That's where the palms are facing each other in front of me. They're quite close together. And then I finish up with lat pull downs, wide grip lat pull downs with a much wider bar. There are two types. One works the lats more, which is this one, and the previous one where you move back and forwards tends to work the upper back more. A little bit more there on the fixed bar. And then we go into straight arm pull downs, which is using a straight bar attachment. Bent knees, tensing my core nice and firmly for this one, and pulling down from the shoulders. Remember, this is, it's also working the upper back as I do this as well. Then we come into a big lat back exercise. Dumbbell bench rowing, single arm bench row. Elbows tucked in, elbows not flared out to the sides too much, that's good. Nice and stable position. Hand on the edge corner of that bench, can you see that? That minimises the pressure on the wrist and the shoulders. Pausing slightly at the top of the move, always the pause is so important. Now, I'm awkward with this one, I look like a bloody kangaroo here, so, but this is barbell rows using dumbbells, so it's dumbbell rows really, bent over dumbbell rows. And given that my legs are so long, I'm surprised I even pull this one off. But secret, keep your back still, keep your core tense, pull it. Be careful you don't bash your knees, but it should be quite close to your knees. You can do that with a barbell as well as a dumbbell, as I just did there. And then it's time to do the incline bench version, which is called chest supported row, which is similar to barbell row except that I'm lying down. And the bench there I think is about 30 degrees, which is optimum angle for this exercise. And I'm just showing you there the D attachment, D handle, because it's roughly in the shape of a D. And I'm going to be using this, I'm setting the cable to my shoulder height before I commence this exercise. This is tricky for beginners to master this one, but you'll feel it when it's right. It's a beautiful exercise. This is going to work the obliques, and this is called cable oblique twists. Look at the feet position and the knees, the bending of the knees and the feet position. And I follow with my head, my hands all the way around. And I'm tensing at the core when I do these twists. So I'm trying to get them as much of the movement as possible, as much of the force as possible is coming from my trunk and my core. My feet remain stationary. Now, feet position, very important for this one. Look at the opposite hand. Now these are cable presses. That's not the exact name, I've forgotten. It's basically a single arm cable press, I think it's called. Really good for punching, martial arts, that kind of thing. Now we come into the classic dumbbell side bends, which is great for boxers. Again, working the obliques, just touch them there on the sides. And I see too many people doing this, they're leaning too far. Head position, very important. You're looking slightly over your shoulder away from the dumbbell. And there's a rear shot. Now I'm coming on to changing position of the dumbbells so that this is no longer that's chest supported row again, but it's a narrower version of a chest supported row. The grip is actually, the dumbbells are actually pointing forwards instead of to the sides, and the elbows keep tucked in. So that's there are two forms of that exercise. I've done both now. That was the second form. And then we come into incline bench dumbbell flies, which are very delicate, working some fairly small muscles of the back, which are often weak in most people. Hence, really lightweight dumbbells are recommended for that one. Finally, I come to this monster of a machine called a Roman chair to do my hyper extensions, which work the lower back muscles. Very delicate. You can use disc weights and things clasped against your chest in front of you to make this harder. But I recommend that you can do at least 15 reps with pauses at the top before you add a little bit of weight and build up to that. So I'm doing this without any weight. It's important to get your ankles secured at the back there underneath something. And if you're tall like me, you're going to need quite a big machine. This is quite a small machine. I've actually got it way out on the maximum setting beyond that. And that's a martial arts training exercise somebody once showed me. So there's an alternate punch at the top of the move before you relax to come down.